Hi, good morning all. As I said in the previous video, you understood that this communication, the interconnectivity is happening through the IP addresses. What is IP addresses? Maybe people who all are working in the scenario, working in the system side, they maybe heard about the IP addresses, but IP address is a huge topic. I'm not going deep into that. I'm just giving you some idea how we can put IP address, how we can choose IP addresses. Okay, so this choosing of IP addresses, there is different classes for IP addresses. Okay, so let's say people maybe in their beginning of their career, they know what IP to be provided 192.168.1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and the subnetting is 252, 252, 250, 255, 255, 255.0. Maybe this is a common thing. It's in the mind of the people, but they do not know actually why we choose these kind of IP address and what circumstances we can choose other IP addresses. Okay, so in IP addresses there is different classes of IP address, class A, class B, class C, and in each class we there is certain private IP address ranges. So for offices and home use we use the private IP address ranges. We will come to that widely in next level topics, but in this session I will just explain you how we can give IP address, how we can choose the subnetting of IP address for offices. So in this case, for example, I will say my IP 192.168.1.2 and my IP and my gateway 192.168.1.1. 1.1 normally, probably it would be the internet facing device. It would be a router access point, something. I will explain to you gradually. And the subnetting will be sub 255, 255, 255.0. Here, what this 0 means, why we are choosing always 0, why can't we choose 240.0? So these are the questions coming in this topic. So we have chosen 255, 255, 255.0. This is basically 24-bit subnetting. Okay, so we can choose different IP ranges for other cases, other requirement. In this case, we can say, okay, let's come to subnet mask calculator. So let's come to the topic, IP address subnetting. So that there is n number of tools available from the internet which you can use for subnetting. I'm using some tool which is called subnet mask online subnet calculator. Okay, so this will give you a clear idea in depth. If you want, you have to refer internet, you have to do research on the IP address class, subnetting and all. I'm just giving you a very basic idea of IP address. Okay, commonly we are using class C IP address, and we can say 192.168. This is very common for all the network people who's in the career. 192.168.1.1. This is the IP address. One of the IP address I'm giving. Check the subnetting. So this is the IP address I'm going to choose, or we can say dot zero. This is the network address. This is the network I'm going to choose for my office, and subnetting I'm going to choose is 255, 255, 255.0, and the subnet mask is 24. We have 254 devices which can be used in the office. See, come back to this area. If you have 100 devices, 200 devices, if you are sure that you are not exceeding 254 IP devices, then you can choose class C IP address with a subnet masking 24-bit subnetting. So we can get the IP addresses from 192.168.1.1 to 1.254 devices we can use in that network. Okay, so uh, when we come to the page, I'm giving some IP address for this my system IP. This IP is 192.168.1.2 and I'm giving 192.168.1.3 for this machine, 192.168.1.4 for this machine, and I'm giving 192.168.2.2/24 for this machine. So what will happen? These machines will communicate each other. This machine is in a different network 2.2. It's starting in 2.2. So if there is any machine available 192.168.2.12, 192.168.2.254, those machines will communicate each other. This 2.2 machine will not interact with 1.4, 1.3 and on. So if we put another machine with an IP address 192.168.2.3, 24-bit subnetting, and it is connected to the switch, then see this machine 2.3 can communicate to 2.2 because these two are in uh, different range. Okay, these two machines are in different range, these three machines are in different IP range. So be careful while giving the IP address and choosing the IP address for the office. Okay, now let's assume your office is having more than 252 machines, 254 machines. What you can do? Like for example, there is 1,000 systems. There is 100, not 100 or 200. There is 1,000 systems in your office. So in that case, it's a big office. Okay, I can say big office, and you will have 1,000 systems. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is system number 1,000. Okay, all these machines are interconnected through 1,000 machines. You may know that 48 port is the highest number of ports available in the switches. So systems might be connected through different switches, but we can say that there is 1,000 systems in the office. So in this subnetting, this 24-bit subnetting, it's clear that only 254 device we can use in the network. So how we can manage to use more systems in the network? There the subnetting is playing, so we can choose another class B subnetting. And class B, we the ones, these ranges are starting for the private IP address. Okay, so we can say that in class B IP address we can choose 192.168.172.16.0 network, and we can choose, see, it's 255 255.0.0. In that case, if we choose 16-bit subnetting, we are getting 65,534 host IP devices in our network. As of now, we don't want that. If you don't want that, you can choose some other range. For example, I'm choosing 240, 255, 255, 240.0. In that case, we will get 4,000 hosts. It's enough for an office like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 systems. We can use this subnet. This is an example. If you want, you can choose 224. That time we will get 8,000 hosts. If you choose 250, 248.0, you will get 2,000 hosts. So whatever as per your requirement, you can choose the subnetting and you can get. So in this case, the IP address starting from 0.1 to 15.254, these are the IP address we can use in the network. So I'm giving one IP address, taking one of them. Okay, I'm coming back to the picture. So this would be my IP of fast system. This would be the IP of fifth, uh, anything for, and this can be Here we can change this second octet, like up to 15 we can use 15.254. There is a possibility. If we want, we can use, or we can use 2.250, anything. We can use up to 15.254. These are the available IP devices. So I'm choosing, in this case, even if it is changing 0 to 2, these systems can communicate each other. In this case, the first picture case, you can see when we change 1 to 2 in the third position, it's not communicating because the subnet we have chosen is 24-bit. Here we have chosen the subnet as 20. Okay, that means 4000 host we can use. For getting the 4000 host, it will start from 0.1 to 15.254. We can use any of the IP address for any machine. It will communicate each other. So depending on the size of the office, if you have more users in the office, you can choose 255 255.0. That time 65,000 host you will get. For a small medium offices, it will come maximum of 2000. It's wherever I worked, I have seen maximum 1000 system. So this will help your need. This is the big office scenario while choosing the IP address. So maybe you got a bit clarity of IP address and IP address choosing for offices. Uh, for all the classes, there is private IP ranges. You have to go through a deep research on IP address topic. It's a huge topic. I just given a very basic idea for implementing a structure for an office. That's it. So that is it. The next points, what we are going to cover in the next scenario is that how these machines can, only in this scenario, what we have done, the systems can communicate each other. The first system can communicate to second system, first system can communicate to 1000, the system in the 1000 position. Here also we have implemented a scenario that a system can communicate to other system in the office. Next, we are going to think about the external connectivity, how these offices are connecting to external internet, and how the systems from the office can search Google, search email and all. In this scenario, up to what I explained, it's not giving uh, any websites for the systems. Now we are going to learn how, we are going to get an overview how these systems can communicate to the outside world. For this part, that's it. I'll come with the next session. Thanks for watching.